Hello everyone, welcome to My Fusion Technologies. Today I came up with an absolutely fantastic topic. In fact, from last 4 days, most of the viewers have been requesting me for this. That's called how to create changes only HCM extract in Fusion HCM. Before we get into actual discussion, I would request everyone please watch this video till the end, and if you find this video is interesting, kindly subscribe to my channel and share it with all your Fusion friends. Okay, let's quickly go ahead and see what is changes only HCM extract and how does it works, what are the prerequisites that must be followed in order to set up changes only HCM extract in Fusion HCM. Yeah, first let's understand how does the changes only HCM extract works in Fusion HCM. Then we will see what are the prerequisites or guidelines that needs to be followed in order to create a changes only HCM extract. Okay. Typically, we can create an extract to output the data in different modes in the manage extract definition page. Changes only extract is used to extract the data that has changed since the previous extract runs. For example, we can extract person details whenever there is a change in employee's date of birth, gender, marital status, and ethnicity, etc. Similarly, in case if you wanted to extract employee details whenever there is a change in employees assignment details, location details, job details, or payroll details. What actually happens in the changes only HCM extract? Typically there is a engine which runs behind the HCM extract, changes only HCM extract. Whenever you configure the changes only HCM extract and when you go and submit HCM extract, what happens? It compares the current HCM extract results with the previous run results and identifies the new as well as any modification data. If any modification data is there, that data will be the data alone will be displayed in output of HCM extract. In case if you have any marked as changed or display always display options selected at record level or HCM extract level, those also will be displayed. Okay. So whenever we want to run a changes only extract, first what we do, initially we will run the full mode. In the full mode, it pulls the complete data in the application. So however you define your HCM extract based on the attributes, whatever the attributes that you have defined, it extracts the complete data in full mode. And next time when you run in changes only mode, what it does, whatever the changes that are happened from previous run to current run, only those changes will be extracted in the output of HCM extract. That's the reason we use this one. Just to pull the only changes only data, we use this one. Now we will see, in order to set up changes only HCM extract, what are the prerequisites that must be followed in the Fusion HCM. There are three mandatory prerequisites or guidelines that must be followed. They are: we must include changes only parameter at HCM extract level when you are defining HCM extract, and you must set up multi-threading database item at data group level whenever you wanted to set up the changes only HCM extract. And another one, for each record, in case if you are using multiple record, for each record at least one key attribute should be selected. Based on this key attribute and threading database item, system will check whom has the changes have been applied and what is the reference ID. Based on these two parameters only, it checks. And if you enable the changes only parameter, it provides you the list of options when you are submitting the HCM extract. Now let's go ahead and see how these can be set up. Okay, so in this session I'm going to show you these two parameter functionality, how these two parameters will work and what is the difference between these two parameters. Okay, we will validate the results as well. Before we do the same, let's see some of the frequently used user entities in HCM extracts. These are the list of most frequently user entities: person, pay, per extrinsic, person UE, per extrinsic, pay employees UE, per extrinsic, assignment basic UE, assignment basic history UE, and assignment feature UE. There are so many UEs are there, but if you see the per extrinsic person UE, it used to retrieve all persons across the enterprise and all person related attributes. Now what we will do, we will create a SCM extract, and then we will follow the guidelines that we have mentioned in the previous slide, and then we will run the same extract and we will see the results in full mode as well as changes only mode. So in order to create a same extract, we have to go to my client groups. Under my client groups, click on data exchange. So once you click on data exchange, so you will see the data exchange page where you can see the HCM extract section. This is HCM extract section. Whatever you want to do, anything, if you want to do anything in HCM extract, this is the section that you have to use it. Now in order to create a new HCM extract, we have to click on extract definition. Click on extract definition. Once you click on extract definition, for time saving purpose, I have created one HCM extract with the changes only. Let me open my HCM extract, then I will show you how it has been designed. Person changes. This is my HCM extract. It's a simple one. So yeah, if you wanted to create a custom access, you have to click on plus button here, and then you have to provide your HCM extract name and effective date, from which date onwards your HCM extract should be effective, and then you have to select the respective HCM extract type. I selected full profile. And then one more important step that you have to do is you have to make sure check this incremental checkbox in order to use the changes only HCM extract. Then click on next, and extract page will be open. There you have to specify you have to click on save, and then you have to design there. That is a basic mode. And now I already created one HCM extract. I just wanted to open and show you how this HCM extract has been designed. So this is my extract name, person changes, and the type of this HCM extract is full profile. So yeah, this is my HCM extract. In this HCM extract, I created one data group. My data group name is person details. Under this data group, I have created one record, that is called person details record. So this is my data group, and then I made this data group as a root data group. So as you already aware, whenever we create any HCM extract, you can have n number of data groups, out of which one must be root data group. At least one must be root data group. So I have selected my root data. Even if you have one must be the root data group. So I selected as a root data group. That's fine. And this, under this, I have created one record. Under this record, I have created different attributes. So person ID, person number, full name, date of birth, gender, marital status, ethnicity, extract. So this extract attribute that I created just for naming purpose, I just wanted to see what type of extract it is. I just wanted to specify the same in field levels. That's the reason I created it. Is just for displaying purpose. It's not a mandatory field, but just for displaying purpose I have created this one. That's the reason I have selected this attribute type as string, and then I mentioned changes only, and I want this field to be appeared in the output of HCM extract always, irrespective of changes. So that is the reason I have checked always display for this one, which means whether you change this attribute or whether you do not change doesn't matter. Whenever you run HCM extract in any mode, by default this field will be displayed. That's what it means. So it's just for displaying purpose. I just wanted to meaningful naming I have given. Nothing, there is nothing much significance for this field. And then what else I did, I I provide the delivery channel. So I have taken delivery channel as none. In the delivery channel, I haven't selected either email or EFT or HTTP or web content server. I selected delivery type as none, and then I have given my delivery option name as report output name as person details, and then output type. This is very important. By default, whenever you are trying to create a delivery option, by default data will be selected, which means if you keep the same, the output will be generated in XML file. So for now I kept it as it is, which means whenever I run this HCM extract, the output of HCM extract will be extracted in XML file format. Since I'm not going to associate any BA report to this HCM extract, that's the reason I left these two fields as blank, report and template name. Okay, and then this is the basic design. Now let's go ahead and see whether this HCM extract is satisfying or meeting our HCM extract changes only HCM extract setup or not. In order to check that, we have to verify these three guidelines or prerequisites. What are those three? So yeah, include changes only parameter. Whether we will go ahead and check these whether these three things are set up at our XM extract level or not. Include changes at parameter level. Just go open your XM extract where we have to include it. Let me show you. So if you scroll down here, by default changes only is there. So by default this is selected as display is selected as no. Now I made it as S. If you don't made this as S, you can't run this SM extract in changes only mode. You don't get an option to submit this SM extract in changes only mode. So it's mandatory to select changes only option as S here. That is the first step. By default this display is selected as no. That's what you have to make a note. And then second thing what they mentioned, set up multi-threading database item. Where do we set up it? We set up this one at data group level. Of course we always set up for the root data group only. So open this root data group and then verify here. So yeah, threading database item I have selected as extract person ID. Typically this will be extract person ID, extract assignment ID, extract organization ID, or extract location ID, extract department ID, extract payroll ID. Like that it would be. It's a unique reference ID. And then I have specified threading action type as object actions. Okay, second guideline has been mated, and now third one key attribute must be selected for the record. So where do we did we do that or not? Let me go ahead and show you. See, I created detailed record. Under this record I have created an attribute. I have selected this attribute as key attribute. Now I would like to mention one more thing here. What is the use of multi-threading database item and key attribute? What happens if we don't select this one? Why do we need to select this one? How these two will work in changes only system? What happens, whenever you select the threading database item and then key attribute in our record, then what system will do, whenever you're running the HCM extract in changes only mode, system will check with the previous run results, and it will check the current run data and then validate with the reference of this id. Okay, so what is that id? With if you want to check for some changes for against any employee, what is the reference id that it has to take? That depends on the key attribute that you have selected in the record level. That will be the primary one that threading database will be verified. Okay, now yeah, we are good, our setup is ready, and let's go ahead and compile this SCM extract. Then we will submit it and then we will validate the results. If you want to see other fields as well, you can see here I didn't select anything here, all these are empty, and then I just specify the respective database item group, that's it. Okay, only for person id I have selected as key attribute. For the remaining all, I haven't selected any options over here. Similarly for marital status, date of birth, only for extract I have selected. This is just for displaying purpose. There is no much significance for this out of all these fields. Okay, and then I made this as a display only because I want this attribute to be displayed in the output of my XM extract always. That's the reason I selected as always display. Okay, now save and close it. We will go ahead and compile our SCM extract and then see the validation. Yeah, compile formula, refresh it. Yeah, keep on refreshing till it goes to green status. Yeah, refresh it. Yeah, it goes to green status, which means it is succeeded. Now let's go ahead and see validation status. So yeah, the data group hierarchy structure in the person extract changes is valid. That's fine, we are good to go. Now what we'll do, we'll go ahead and submit this extract and then see how the changes only parameters will be shown up and how these can be utilized in the SCM extract. Save and close. In order to submit your HCM extract, there are three ways you can submit it. You can go to the data exchange, under data exchange click on submit extract, that is one option, or else you can go to the payroll. Under payroll, go to either checklist or the administration. There you have something called submit process or report, that you need to click on that, and then you have to select your same extract name, which you are going to submit now, and then you have to provide some parameter values. So yeah, once you go to the checklist, click on submit a process or report. So in order to get access to this area, you should have payroll administrator or payroll manager role. So check your personal changes. So make sure you have to take your person changes. Make sure you have to take your extract name. Yeah, this is my extract name, person changes. Select it, click on next. Once you click on next, it will take you to the submit process parameter page. This is a place where you have to specify the unique parameter. Payroll flow name can be anything, but it must be unique. I am giving, so I'm giving changes HCM extract, and then effective date, till which date do you want to run the HCM extract, and as of today date I'm giving here. And this is the one that I'm talking about. If you don't if you don't enable changes only at HCM extract level, then you don't get this option. So that's the reason it's mandatory to select changes only as S. So if you look at here, there are different modes are here. So whenever you are trying to run your HCM extract, even though if you don't select anything, by default that will be run in full mode, which means it will run the full, it will show the full data in your output of HCM extract. So first, whenever we want to test or see the functionality of changed attribute, first that HCM extract must be run in full attributes. So I am selecting all attribute. Now the expected behavior is, whenever you submit this HCM extract, based on the attributes that you have defined or specified at your HCM extract, it pulls the complete information of all the employees in the enterprise with the respective fields. Click on OK and view checklist. So refresh it till it goes to success status. Status goes to success. Once status goes to success, then we will go ahead and verify the output results. Yeah, my XM extract goes to success status. So let me click on view process results. This, if you click on view process results, then results page will be appeared. That's the place where you can see the results of this HCM extract. See here. So yeah, there are no errors and warning messages. Total 1178 records are extracted, which means the complete information, person information has been extracted. These are the different person numbers that we have. And then if you want to see the details, you can just click on the view archive results and all. Now I want to see this HCM extract complete output. So to do the same, since we have selected at a delivery channel as output type as data, now we will get the output in XML file. Just click on actions, view results. See, this is XML file. Just click on this XML, automatically that will be downloaded. Once you download it, once that file is downloaded, just open it into Internet Explorer. Okay, click on open when done. Yeah, let it open. Yeah, if you see the it's XML output file, so yeah, you're getting so much data. You're getting all the employees data because we have selected full mode or all attributes. Yeah, we are getting person ID, person number, full name. In case if this person has date of birth, gender, marital status, ethnicity, you would get those field values as well. Since this person doesn't have, you are not getting anything here. And similarly, if you see other employees as well, so has the, yeah, if you see here, for this person has date of birth and marital status, gender, this person has. And if you look at any record, this is called one record, this is called one another record, this is person number is different. And if you look at any record, by default for the extract attribute, changes only is showing up or displaying. Why? Because we mentioned for the extract, we have passed the value statically, saying that okay, this is the fixed value that it should shown up at HCM extract level. That's the reason it's showing changes only. Okay. Now with this output, we understand and it proves that our HCM extract is working fine and it's pulling the data in full mode, which means it's pulling all the employees data as per the HCM extract design. But now what is our main agenda? Our main agenda is we want to see the changes only data, not full data. Now we are getting full data, but we don't want to see the full data. Whenever any changes are done against any record, only those changes needs to be pulled in the output of HCM extract. Now to prove this, we will go ahead and make changes against couple of person numbers, and then again we will run the HCM extract in changed attribute mode, and then we will validate the results. So to do the same, we'll take couple of person numbers. Let me take one person number. So go to the person management, search for a person. I took the person number. My person number is 17. Since we have specified or created attributes like date of birth, gender, ethnicity for this person at XM extract level. Those fields are available under manage person page. So I'm going to person page. So earlier this page name was called as manage person. Now it was renamed as person. Go there and make some changes. Since we have date of birth, ethnicity, gender, marital status in our SM extract, we'll go ahead and make some changes here. Let me go ahead and make this person as, now this person ethnicity is showing as India. I'm going to change this ethnicity as Chinese. Okay, and then I will do one more change here. What I will do, I'll correct it, then I'll change the marital status of this person as married. And right now it is showing as single. Okay, click on OK, that's fine. I'll take one more person number and then I'll do the same for other person number. For other person number I will do the date of birth change, submit it. So now this person number is 17, remember this one, and then we'll take another person number that is called 18. Okay, 17, 18. Okay, that's fine. We'll take in sequence numbers so that we can easily remember. After submitting SCM extract, in output of XM extract we can easily remember and find it out if our SCM extract is pulling the data as per our expectation. Click on 18. So yeah, 18 person number is open. Just open this person number, go to manage person page and then make some changes on the manage person page. In previous for the previous person we have changed the ethnicity and marital status. For this person will what we'll do, we'll change the date of birth. Yeah, once you go here, currently this person date of birth is showing as 1/2/18. So I'm going to change this date of birth as 1990 and I will change the date as well, 0101. Okay, yeah, 0101. Earlier it was 80, now I changed it as 90. Just click on OK and then submit it. Why did we change only these fields like date of birth, marital state, gender or ethnicity? Because only in our SM extract only those fields are available right now. That's how our SM extract has been designed. Okay, now submit it. That's fine. To verify the results, what we will do, we'll go ahead and run our SM extract. In this is full mode results or all attributes results. Now we are going to run the SM extract in changed attributes. So changed attribute. Previously we have run all attributes mode. Now we are going to run changed attributes. Okay, let's go to the checklist and then click on Probability Processor Report and look for your SM extract name. Your SM extract name is person underscore change, person changes. It will shown up here. So person changes, select the SM extract, submit it. Click on next, enter some changed attribute. Changed attribute. This can be anything. Change attributes. Test. That's my SM extract name. For all payroll flow name can be anything you can give, but it should be unique. That I would always recommend you to give the unique payroll flow name so that no conflicts will take place. So this is very important. In first time whenever we are running the XM extract, we have run the XM extract in all attributes, and next time we are running in changed attributes. Now our expectation is when we run this SM extract, it has to show only changed attribute like 17, 18. It should do. It should not show all the data. That's a behavior of changed attribute mode. Now we will see whether it's working as per expectation or not. Yeah, my extract got success now. So to see the results, we have to go to view process details. Just click on view process details. So once we click on view process details, we should see only two records. See here, by looking at this results itself, we can say, yeah, our XM extract is working fine. So to validate, just go ahead and see the results. Click on view results. Yeah, with this itself we can say our XM extract is working fine in the changed attributes. It's pulled only two records. But just for testing purpose, we will go ahead and see our actual results as well, and what are the person numbers that are showing up in the SCM extract. Click on open when done. Yeah, see here. So yeah, this is my data group. So G1 is the data group. Since we have only one data group, it is showing up as G1. Under this G1, okay, these are the attributes that we have passed. Okay, changed attribute text, that is the flow name that we have specified, and then we have selected changes only as Y, changed attribute. Okay, and yeah, this is good. Okay, now if you look at our SCM extract, so since we have made, after full mode run, we have made changes only two records, 18 and 17. Two records are being shown up here, and for 17 we have changed ethnicity, and then we have changed marital status. Earlier he was a single, now we made it as a married. Okay, for the previous person here, this for this person date of birth was showing as 9080, we have changed it to 9090. So that's 0101. Okay, with this example we have proved that changes only work. SCM extract is pulling only changes data, not full data. Hope everyone understand. Yeah, in case if you have any concerns, please write your comments below this video so that I will reply you back how the changes on SCM extract is working. I mean, if you find any issue, you can create your own SCM extracts and then validate the results. In case if you get any issue, let me know. I'll revert you back. See, let me see here for 18. I'm just validating against one person. So 89090. Yeah. So if you see here, let's see the results. 1990 0101 date of birth. That's what we changed. Earlier it was 1980. Yeah, our changes extracted correctly. That's what it means. Okay, so please note that whenever you wanted to run SCM extract in changes only mode, first that extract must be run full mode, then it has to be run in changes only mode. And hope everyone understand. In my next session, I'll show you how these two parameters will work. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching.